This is feeding Killer and Cleo. First thing, I pick up the dirty dishes, put those in the sink. I have 2 spoons, 2 glass bowls, and a small dish. In the closet, I get my apron. Get that tied. I get 2 cans of cat food. There are 3 flavors. I just rotate the flavors. I remove the labels so that I can recycle the labels and recycle the cans. I just use this little knife I have hanging right there. Take off the labels. I've got a little envelope here. I tuck them in, organizing them for recycling. It's not terribly organized, and I can't get them in there, is it? Then I go to the refrigerator and I get out a can of pumpkin and seafood flavored cat food, which is the treat cat food. There are several different types of seafood flavors here in the closet that are just for treats. Today it's salmon. I take about a half of a spoonful of pumpkin each in the glass dishes. Set the pumpkin aside. Now, because I don't want to break my nails, I use this knife to open up the cans of cat food that I just got out of the closet. Take off the lids, put those in the sink with the dirty dishes. And I put the cat food in the glass dishes, scraping to get all of the good goo out of the can. That good goo is also moisture that the cats need, so it's important to get that. Get that out. Okay. And the cans can go in the sink also to be washed. That spoon and those bowls, those glass dishes can be set aside for now. Now I go into the closet with Killer's stuff and I get out his famotidine, his fluoxetine, and cod liver oil capsule. 1 cod liver oil capsule goes in the dish. 1/4 of the famotidine, which is already cut into quarters. And 1 whole tablet of fluoxetine. Back to the closet for the Wonder Bread box, which holds the X-Acto knife and tweezers. Get a paper towel. I'm going to set that down. And I take the X-Acto knife and hold the cod liver oil capsule bracing my fingers on the counter and the dish, and from end to end I slice the cod liver oil capsule, making a nice big slit, still holding on to the capsule. I open that up and set the X-Acto knife aside on the paper towel. Then grab the tweezers do the white fluoxetine first, since that's the bigger pill. Get that in the capsule. Then I take the famotidine and get that in the capsule. I'll let that go, and there it is. They're in there. Excuse me. Wipe off the X-Acto knife and the tweezers with the paper towel and your fingers. And that can be put back in the closet. Now I get out the Miralax and the calcitriol. I take a little bit of the seafood food, just a little bit. You want to make sure that Killer eats all of it. And I smush that in the dish. Set this spoon back with this food. We don't want to cross-contaminate the spoons. I take a 1/4 teaspoon. This measuring spoon is already in the jar of Miralax. Sprinkle that right on top of the food. And I have a little thing of water here with a dropper. And I take the dropper and put several drops on top of the Miralax to moisten it so that it mixes in easier. I then get some gloves, which are right here on the counter. The pharmacist who makes the calcitriol says to use gloves, because we're going to open the calcitriol capsule, 1 capsule, and we're going to sprinkle that also into the food. Now it's a twist and pull, and sometimes it can be tricky. Just gently work it, and if it doesn't open, I have taken the X-Acto knife and sliced the end open and dumped it out that way. Make sure got all of the powder out of it, which this one isn't ready. Meanwhile, I'm going to throw the gelatin capsule down the sink. That's not a problem. Okay, there, now we've got it all out. And that just goes right in the sink. That will dissolve. Take the gloves off, and those will be thrown away. Now the spoon that you used for that food, mix in those powders. Just set the pill on top. And this spoon then gets put in the sink so no cross-contamination. Hilly, buddy, it's time for breakfast. Ma Baba, there he is. Want some breakfast? I'll put that down for Killer and let him eat that. And while he's eating that, I start mixing up the other food with the pumpkin so that the pumpkin gets mixed in well. Keep an eye on him. Make sure he's still eating. And we don't want Cleo to eat his food, but she pretty much stays away. With the canned food that I mix up here, I make a little volcano. I'm going to put some water in the top of that. It's just a good way for them to get a little bit of extra water. Not a lot. They don't like it if the food is too watery. So just a few drops into the canned food. Now set that aside while he's still working. Guess I can start mixing this other dish if he's still working. But keeping an eye on him, because once he's done with that, we want to move right into the next step of getting his pill into him. Good boy, you did a very good licky job, buddy. Got that all up. Now we still have the pill in there. I put it in first time, but more often than not, he's not going to get it. Now I see a little calcitriol that I missed in mixing things up. So I'm now going to take the Fortiflora, just sitting here in a dish, and there's extra in the closet. And what I'll do then is sprinkle that right on top of that little spot that we missed. A little bit. Put the pill on there. And the idea is to get it coated with the powder so that it's nice and dry, so he'll be able to pick it up. I just toss it around a little bit and get it coated. That looks pretty nicely coated. Now out of the closet, there's a little bit of dry food and some treats. I get out 2 to 3 to 4, usually about 3 pieces of dry food. Tuck those right in close to that capsule that's now coated. And I get out 4 treats. One of those treats gets tucked with the capsule. And I'm going to give that to Killer. There you go, buddy. Eat that all up, please. And while he's doing that, I'll take another treat and throw it for Cleo. Now we keep an eye on Killer and watch him eat, make sure he eats his stuff. Doing a lot of crunching. I just saw him get his pill, so we're doing very well today. And he'll, if he's good and hungry, which is nice, he'll lick his dish clean. Good boy, buddy. Will you sit? Good boy. Killer gets another treat for taking his pills, and another treat gets thrown for Cleo. Now I take the one dish that I got already ready, and I put that down. There you go, some breakfast for you. Finish mixing and making a volcano out of the second flavor. Now he'll do some eating of that food. And Cleo will stay off to the side until he's done. A little bit of water, just a little bit in that. So that's ready, and now I'll put away everything that we got out. Miralax, treats, Cosmic Royal, all of his pills, and the dry food. It does all fit in here. And that's ready. Our canned food. Are you done eating that? Would you like the other flavor? Okay, we'll put the other flavor down for you too. Good boy. And the leftover seafood and pumpkin goes back into the refrigerator. Now we are going to wash the dishes and do a little tidying up. Extra food left in these dishes can be put down the disposal with some cold water. Cold water's running, disposal switch is over here. Run that for about 30 seconds. So that takes care of the dirty food. We're going to clean the cans and lids to go in the recycling bin. I usually give the lids a little brush so that they're not nasty. And good rinse on the cans. Just to get the real clean, nasty stuff out. little bit so they're not too wet. And then they will go in the recycling bin that's in the closet. And we can close up the closet now. We're done in there. And then we wash everything, put it in the drainer. It will be ready for the next meal period. So once we have everything washed and in the drainer, we'll be ready for the next meal period. And at dinner time, all he needs is the Miralax and the famotidine. That will be listed on the paper. He doesn't take as much stuff in the evening. So that's feeding Killer and Cleo. Cleo will come eat when she wants.